Hey guys, welcome back. It's grimreaper coming at you for another video for Raid. Hopefully you guys are well and having a amazing week and looking forward to the weekends. I know I am, and there's some interesting things going on over the weekends. Right now we have a guaranteed champion for Seared. I think this is not bad value. I think it's a bit expensive, just generally because it's epic. However, she is a god-like epic, so she definitely is very count changing. Hopefully, you guys are having an amazing weekend, and hopefully, you're looking after yourselves and just being top. And I want to thank everyone for supporting the channel over the past couple of months and stuff like that. Anyway, let's get into today's showcase. So, today's showcase, we are going to do on no other champion than Archbishop Pinford. I think I said that correctly. End of the day, this guy is a spirit champion who is quite good in a reasonable content. And a long time ago, actually, he was a guaranteed champion for sacreds, I believe. I think it was about 20 or maybe 15 sacreds. Definitely wasn't the best guaranteed champion, but was definitely up there as fandom one. So we're going to go for his kit, and then we're going to showcase him in his strong area, and then we'll get into his builds and stuff like that. So his target is, so let's start off with A1, the Fears, the Fate Source on that. Attacks one enemy, transfers one random debuff to the champion to the target. Also has a 75% chance of stealing one random debuff from the target. So it just books up with chance. This is not an ability that really needs to be booking. It's just for damage, so really don't need to book this ability. Attacks places a 50% increase accuracy buff on all allies for 2 turns, and this is very good for the content, and you'll see where this will kind of work. So we do build around this a little bit with the team that we are going to be showcasing today. Then attacks all enemies, places a 100% heal reduction debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Master Hexer can give you a chance of getting 3 turns, and also has a 75% chance of placing block debuffs on all enemies for 2 turns. And then it goes on about the factions there, which is not really relevant to our content today. Now he's a P versus E champion, not a P versus P champion. Nice ability here on a 4-turn cooldown. So this one's definitely worth booking. This is the main ability one booking. This ability doesn't need booking as much, depending if you're lucky or not. For the content I'm using, it's not really needed. It's just an added bonus. So if you're book or you're free to play or watching your tomes, then that's generally what I'd recommend. Heals all allies by 30% of their max HP, so it is a weaker version, because if it was 30% of his, you can definitely benefit from that a bit more. And then places a 60% increased defense on all allies for 2 turns. That's amazing. Kind of a long cooldown though, so that is a bit annoying. And if there's 4 or more allies alive, they will place shield debuff on all allies for 2 turns, equal to 30% of their max HP. So again, not to his HP, which is a little bit disappointing, but overall it's a pretty solid kit. That's on a 4-turn cooldown. Removes all increased defense debuff and weakened debuffs from his champion at each start of the turn, so basically self cleanses, which is quite nice. And has the accuracy aura in all battles, which is quite nice, a 50. Bit weak now, but back in the day when it came out, wasn't too bad. We got goods, reasonable HP, defense a bit low, speed is reasonable, resistance is very good, and accuracy is reasonable as well. So yeah, not a bad champion overall. Let's go into the showcase for today. So today we're going to be showcasing him in Hydra Brutal, and we put quite a different build on him. So don't miss the build. The build is key and it is amazing. So anyway, let's go enjoy the music, enjoy the recording. It will be on 2x speed just to try and make this video a little bit quicker and not drag out the video. I'll also pin comments down below if you want to see damage and his build and the rest of the team's build. So we'll be back in a second. Let's get onto that. Okay, so there is the run. It's pretty juicy. It's Kevin's first one key brutal, and it's actually the first time he's keyed brutal in altogether. So he did pay for a takeover and has asked for me to help him. Now I haven't done as hard and normal yet. We are looking quite juicy for it. He's quite fairly stacked count and coming up to end game. So yeah, not a massive spender. I'd say he's a little bit of a medium spender, so nothing too crazy. Let's go into the champions then that we were using for this team. Maybe we'll showcase a couple of other teams in the future, but for now we're gonna start off with Duchess. So right now I have built this Duchess in a bolster set. This is just mainly to kind of worry about arena. You can choose to go to resistance build if you're a bit more in game, but all I think I made was make sure she's the fastest, so she puts the veils down. We have got Krisk, which extends the veils, which is super nice. We have reasonable defense and HP. We do have Hydra stats, but nothing really to worry about for there. So I went with a kind of hybrid build between arena and a live arena and a Hydra build. So this is why it's a bit like this. We have a HP banner, HP here, defense rings, but we went for it really because of reaction, speed, HP chest, and HP gloves. Triple speed there, quad speed at top, and then a quite fairly double. So again, could actually be way faster. We do have a speed aura. I don't feel that this is the best blessing right now, but you know, it's also not amazing blessing right now because it's only level 1. So that's something there. And these are typical arena masteries, which is not too bad. I wouldn't say they're perfect, but they're not too bad, right? They definitely could be changed up a little bit. So there is her build. It's pretty straightforward. So today we're actually going to be showing you the build that really kind of matters for this team to kind of work, and kind of his best build, right? Like, and that is going to be his bishop when I can actually find him. Bishop should be down here. So here we are. So these are the masteries from Bishop. We do have Warmaster down the bottom. We do have Cycle of Violence to try and get the cooldown on the A2 much as possible. That is kind of huge. And we do have Master Hexer to try and extend the debuffs, like Block Boss from 2 turns to 3 turns. This has a 30% chance. And Law Steel just to give him some extra stats like speed and accuracy. As you can see, we do have a provoke set. Probably not a best, probably not the best champion to put a provoke set. I think Mishkiati definitely would have been a better champion for the provoke set, but actually it was easier to build him in the provoke set than it was actually to build Mishkiati, because Mishkiati requires more stats like critical damage, critical rate, speed, and stuff like that. This count doesn't have amazing gear, so it is worth pointing out that we do have a bit of extra accuracy here, which puts us up to 400, meaning we don't need accuracy lead. I did want him to be the second fastest, so he gets sort of block boss before anyone, and just kind of closes down that team as important. So you do want to make sure Duchess is the fastest, so make sure that the debuff extender is the slowest, or the person that's going to use lockdown DK or be the mischief tank. So it really matters to do that. So here, obviously, we have accuracy, defense, and what we got there. Then just speed boots, accuracy chest, HP there, and then just speed along the top. So again, it can be much faster and much better. So again, he is kind of important. You will see when I start a run, we do need to land a provoke straight away. We can't use Chris's provoke off the bat because then Mischief will target whoever he wants. So the A2 for Mischief is really important. So if we didn't land the provoke, we just had to reset the key and just go again. But we did get really lucky in this run with the provoke set. So provoke sets sometimes can be a bit annoying. You do have a 30% chance to lace and putting in provoke. If you don't care about Warmaster and you want to try and make it less RNG, I would then probably go Fears of Presence to make it a 35% chance, and just to try and help you out a little bit. We do have then champion number 2. So Krisk is actually the slowest one here. We do have Blood Shield to just try and give him extra buff because we did have a bit of a problem with Gina again coming in with the provokes and stuff like that, causing us a bit of a nuisance. So that is a bit annoying, and it is what it is. We do have HP here, reasonable defense, wanting to be the slowest but the fastest in mischief. So bearing in mind that mischief is actually 215 on brutal, 225 on that, is actually faster than both of them because we do have the speed order from Duchess. We need 500 resistance for nightmare and hard brutal, and then you need around about 350 accuracy for brutal and 400 accuracy for hard, just generally because of some of the rotations and the passives. So again, we have accuracy here, defense with accuracy on, and defense or HP ring, speed and resistance. We have resistance chest with speed. We do have the resistance here, resistance there, speed there, and then accuracy and speed like that. We do have unshakable as tier 6, so that's really important. I didn't really want retribution, but I wasn't left with any choice if I wanted that. We do have sniper for the A1 to extend the speed, to give speed extra 5% chance to land on his AoE, because that's kind of important. We do have Master Hexer here for the defense down and attack down on the passive, which is quite nice, as well as the decreased speed as well, which will land on the A1. So they are the pretty much the key masteries that you want, the ones I'm definitely pointing out there. We have Miss Yati then. Next, my voice got a bit weird. I've got a bit of a sore throat, so my apologies. So we have got a bit of a interesting build on Miss Yati. Is broken at the moment, but the most important War Master is going to be War Master. Cycle of Violence and Tri-Cycle is a 2 and a 3 background. Again, Sniper for the HP burn and Master Hexer for everything else because he puts defense down, attack down, Hex, and the HP burn. So that is really important to kind of focus on them areas. We then do have like the defense, we have critical damage and defense. And then we have speed with accuracy, accuracy chest, critical damage gloves, speed, and then just broken sets along the top. You do want to probably go cruelty on him, in all fairness, if you got quite a few champions already with Brimstone. We have got 270 critical damage, which could be increased by the affinity bonus. We have 285 accuracy, so obviously his accuracy is really important. Crit capped, good speed, but you want to make sure he's slower than Bishop and G-Nut so he can benefit from the weaken. And then we have fairly good speed as well. And again, we want him to be a bit faster than Chris, ideally. So yeah, again, increase accuracy coming up from Bishop, so that will increase accuracy. Now you get 50% accuracy increase, so that'll give us 140 extra accuracy from the accuracy we have. So that would give us towards the 350 accuracy mark. And as you can see in the recording, we didn't really have a lot of resisting and stuff like that going on. So we definitely had enough accuracy for the increased accuracy. Ooh. And then we have the Gina on the account. So Gina is really, really important. We have, again, quite good stats, 100% critical rate, good speed, reasonable accuracy, good critical damage, and reasonable defense. HP is a bit low, but it is what it is. So again, we have accuracy chest, critical damage, defense. We have speed, defense, critical damage, critical rate, critical damage, gloves, critical rate, and HP and defense. And then we have triple critical damage, triple critical damage, critical rate, and again, going a bit odd there. So yeah, for the mastery is a bit different from here. So we do have a Giant Slayer, which is pretty key. We have Master Hexer just generally for the weaken. When we do pull it up, we don't always pull it up. And we have the Cycle of Violence to try and cycle a cooldown on E3. Now, the idea sets for Gina for Hydra is obviously Savage, Lethal, or Relentless. I think the Relentless is the best one. If you don't want to use A2, which is why sometimes we didn't want to use it, it's because me and Chief kept taking it. You could also probably go Reflex. You do want to bring in Refresh, and Refresh is definitely an underrated accessory for Hydra and stuff like that. And a lot of people, when I do these takeovers, don't have Refresh, don't want to go for it. But you generally need to be in gold in 3 vs 3 arena as well to get the decent ones, because the ones in silver are just not attainable. Geo is the last champion that we go showcase today for this video and for this team. So we have defense, War Master, Cycle of Violence, again Hexer for their decreased accuracy, and then Master Hexer again here. The ideal set obviously is going to be Reflex or Relentless, and again plenty of Refresh. And then you can see the abilities that's going on here. Not many of it is doing. So yeah, quite fairly decent builds on some of them. Mishgati and Gina build has a lot to improve, but I generally feel with everyone else, the not in broken sets is really good. So I'm really happy with this takeover. I think that Kevin's definitely happy. He's paying me $50 to do a takeover compared to how much the shards are, and then he has to keep rebuilding and stuff like that. This team will work on all abilities, and if, for example, Bishop keeps weak hitting because there's too many weak affinities in that rotation, we have other champions that he can kind of move around from his other 2 teams, which I'll build over the next few days. So there we are, guys. There is today's takeover. Big shout out to Kevin for allowing me to record on his account and using his account for today's video. Hopefully you guys learned a trick or two, and if you are interested in a takeover, hit me up in Discord. I will drop my link in below. We also do coaching sessions as well. If you're just looking for a bit of advice, you can pop in my Discord, tag me anytime you want, and when I'm available I will reply to you and show you some love and give you advice and give you my time. Anyway, there we are, guys. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Going into for that video, for that account giveaway, if you're looking on that, I will also ping that at the end of here. You enjoy your night. I've been Grim Reaper. Peace.